Hello, in this video I will help you master find and replace. Why do you need to know how to work with find and replace? In your career working with Excel, spreadsheets and workbooks, you will be faced with multiple files that have long and messy data, and it will be very hard to find certain things, but you have to clean, update and correct mistakes. To find and replace will do your job faster and more efficient. First thing, where can you locate find and replace? It will be on the home tab in the very right top corner. There is a command find and select drop down. When you select the drop down, you have options for find, replace, go to special, some shortcuts to formulas, comments, conditional formatting, constant, data validation, select objects and selection panel. We will go over all of these and how you can use them. Next thing, three very important shortcuts for you to remember. Control F brings you the dialog box of find and select, find and replace, and it is open on the tab of find. When we close it and we pull Control H, use Control H, it opens the same box, dialog box, but it's open on the replace tab. Control G opens go to, and you have a button special. It goes to the special options, and this will help you find very unique special things in your spreadsheet. So one very important thing to remember when you're using find, you can leave it without selecting the table or the area you're looking, and it will go through the whole spreadsheet. It is defaulted to spreadsheet, so it will go. But if you have a lot of data and many rows and columns, it will take quite a time. So if you know, if you're searching something and it is in a particular column or portion of your table, you better select it, and it will become, the search will be faster. For the purpose of this video, I have an extract of data that we'll use to go through some examples. So let's select the table and click Control F. And now we can search here word, terms, special characters, whatever we want to search. And it's simply, you can paste it there or you can type. So let's search Grand View Collection. We'll just use Grand View and click Find Next. It shows me the first instance of Grand View. If we keep clicking Find Next, it will go over the next, and all of them, and it will start repeating them again. For my purpose, I want to see all of them. So in this case, I'll select Find All, and we'll have a list of all instances where Grand View exists. You can select this list and make it easier to find later today. You can color it in a different color, so next time you go there, you find easy where this particular search is. If we want to replace it, it's easy, like going to Replace tab, and we've been told that the spelling is incorrect and we have to write Grand View in 2 words. So let's type it and replace. If we click Replace, it will start replacing the first one, but we want to replace all of them, so why not use Replace All? And now it will tell me, Excel will say how many replacements they've done. Right now it's 3, but in total were 4, because we did 1 before that. It gives me only 3 total replacements. If you click options, you have for find and replace more options. If you're searching something that has a special format, for example, we want to find the column or places in the table where we have data format or date format. So let's go and select date, but make sure that it is the same as in the table. So I will select this one because the first format will bring no results for me. It doesn't exist in my table. So selecting this, I can click search. We need to, of course, select the table before we search. So let's try finding. Right now we have all of them listed here, all lines with the date formatting, and we can easily replace them to something else. So let's say we want to replace them to a different date format, and we'll choose the first one. And now we do the replace. Easy peasy, very easy. Okay, don't forget to clear your formatting here, because it doesn't it will search the same format next time. So clear find format and clear replace format. Okay, so next thing we'll do is find where in this table. Imagine you receive a file from a different team, from a different colleague, and you don't know what they've used in the file. So but you've been told that there is a data validation, maybe conditional formatting or something, and you want to make sure where it is. So let's select again the table and go to the data validation. This is a click a shortcut, and here you go. You can see these two columns have a data validation, and we can easily check. Yes, it has a data validation, it has a drop down. The other way to find this is by selecting go to special and selecting data validation. Yes. Next thing we want to see is where we have a conditional formatting. It might be easy to detect it, but we are not sure. So we see here there is some conditional formatting, but maybe it's just the color. Maybe someone went and changed the formatting of the cells with some color. So again, going to special and selecting conditional formats, we'll be able to detect which column has it. And the easiest thing is you can use the shortcut from here as well, and it will bring you to the conditional formatting. So now we know when we continue adding data, this particular column will have a conditional formatting, and it has to be only yes or no in this column. Another thing you might want to know is whether there are comments in the table or the workbook, the worksheet, or whether there are some formulas. Again, let's select the area we are looking and see if we have some comments. Yes, you can see here we have comments, and that's easy to detect them and go and see. For example, here it says it's temporary published, but published back in March or once the inventory arrives. So it's very good because not everyone is looking at these red corners, upper corners, to see if there is a comment. But this way you'll be able to see the comments. Very easy to spot them is using the selection panel. So when you open the selection panel, you have here the comments as well. So right now they're hidden. You see comment 1, 3, whatever. When you click the eye, you'll be able to see all comments at the same time. And again, you can use show all or hide all if you want to close them, but this way you'll be able to see them at once and close them if you need to. Let's search for formulas right now. Let's see if we have formulas. So the shortcut to finding formulas is here, but you can find it over here in Go Special. And when you click formulas, you have these different options. Right now it selects all formulas, but you can have different formulas: logical, text with numbers, and error formulas. We'll leave it to all right now. It doesn't matter in this case, but in case you want to find if formula, for example, you select logical. If you want to say to find, for example, proper or uppercase formula, you select text, and so on. Okay, so let's click OK, and here we go. We see these two columns, month and year, have formulas in them. And let's see if it's true. Yes, and they're text. So if we go to Special and we select formulas and select all of them and just leave text, we should get the same result. Constant is the next thing you can search in your from Special, and again it has several options. So when you click constant, you get all these options that were available for formulas. And let's find all the numbers in our table. So here are the numbers in the table, how they define. Let's select and try finding all the text. Constant. We have to select the table before we do that, because it was searching in the same spot where the numbers were. Okay, so in these columns of the table we have text. The last thing we want to see is how to search for blanks in the table. So you have a spreadsheet, in many places you have blanks and you want to replace them maybe with NA or with 0. So again, you will go to Special Selections and search for blanks. That's very useful, and it will point you. In my selection, in my extractor, is only one cell, but it's very useful, and I probably want to say NA here, so I know, and it's easy to filter that I'm missing this information, so I'll go and search for it in a different document or from a different place. Last thing we could take a look is selecting objects. So by selecting objects, let's see, we can go and just click our objects, but that's not what we need. We want to see in Special all of the objects in our spreadsheet. So you can see all these shortcut buttons are objects, and it helped me identify them. So I hope this was useful for you, and you'll find a lot of great ways to utilize find and replace in future. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.